Okay guys, I'm back. Normally, like I said, I fine tip details with my fine tip ones. These are my fat tips. So I'm going in and I'm going to color her. And once in a while I will do a coloring video. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the shading that Copics does. I mean, some of them, if you do it right, but when you fade it out so much that it's so shiny, I just don't find that realistic. But that's just me. It's my forte. Everybody's different. I do like some of their shading techniques, but not all. And she's going to have blue shoes, the opposite of her, my little blonde here. We'll call her Mary. And we'll call her Michelle. Mary and Michelle, okay? So all that is the same. The cupcake will be the same. So let's go in and do the red. And of course, let's start with the lips. So the lips are red. I may have to once again go up and get my glossy accents. I do use them on the eyes. Okay, now I'm doing the opposite. Now this is where I usually get on my fine detail tip. And I'm going to leave this white so it looks like trim. Again, I use markers and I use watercolor pencils. I do have some the iridescent pearl stuff and pigments. I've been using natural pigments for years in my natural soaps, and also in my ceramics. I swear by natural pigments, but they're very, very strong. And you can see how she's already coming more to life here. And again, I'll get back to the eyes here in a few minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and touch up the heart here. And she's darling. See, this is Mary and this is Michelle. Even though she's Mercy, I like naming them. I usually color and match. And you guys always wonder how I match everything. I actually match to paper my coloring. That's how you can make sure that they match. If you have the colors, otherwise go opposite. You know, I look at a color wheel. I always have a color wheel, but you know, red and green are the opposite of each other, and you know, it's there. Orange and purple and are the opposites. Just look at the color wheel. Look it up on Google. Download it for yourself. You know, when I was growing up, I loved Ross. And I was so sad when he died, but I think Tim Holtz is the new Ross and the modern technology here with the new art supplies that are out, and I think they picked a good person to explain it, because not only is he easy on the eye, but he's very good at what he does. And it's nice to see that there are more than just women who papercraft, but again, I love his supplies and his products because I've been doing distressing for years, and I'm a huge distresser. Maybe one day I will share one of my tips on how to get a good coverage and good clear coat. It's not hodgepodge, but I can tell you that it's something that's super thick and dries like diamond dust glass. But you can see her little dress here is already darling. So I think she's coloring done, and I think her eyes are dry enough for me to go back and do a little more detail. And I think this is going to fit just fine. I wish I could find that marker because it's so much nicer. Walmart has a new supply of EK products, Zig pens, and a lot of other little supplies here. I would love to find it real quick, and I'm probably misciting it. This is just a Sharpie. Now, if you guys see, I'm giving her a little bit of eyelashes, just 3 here. And then I'm going to spike just down here, just 2 of them here. Giving her a little more look. And I'm going to turn her around. Look how cute she is. She's just darling. And what I did is I just defined this a little bit. I'm going to go in and define a little bit more with the green. And I'm going to go in and do 3. I always do 3 because it reminds me of Kewpie dolls. And I think that's why I'm going to give her a little birthmark. Little Michelle's getting a birthmark. Now what I do is, I'm going to get back to the green in a minute. Actually, I'll go ahead and finish off the green here. But it's really, I'm going to go back over the white that I did here. And I'm going to define the eyes just a little bit more. And you guys got to understand that the eyes really does have a black pupil to it. So if you use a lighter color, you can go in and you can do a little black in the center. And again, I'm going to let this dry a little bit because it'll fluff up. Now I'm going to take my fine tip and I'm going to do some eyebrows. Now since I took the eyebrow away to use part of the eye, I'm going to reinvent. Now you can go straight over, or you can do just a little bit of up and down movement and give her an eyebrow that way. If you can see, it's coming together. Now I want to make sure that it's correct, so it's going to feed right into her hair. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to smooth it out a little bit, because I know women will arch their eyebrows. I hope you like her. She's coming out really cute. And I know you may think I messed this up, but I didn't. Make sure it's darker enough, so I'm going to make sure I go in and dark to match it. Now it'll dry and it won't look so harsh. But I got to make her a little bit different, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to do some detailing in her hair. Something I couldn't do in the blonde. You can see that. I'm trying to where you can see, ladies and gentlemen. It all depends on how you want to do your stamped images. Now I go in and I do a little bit, and I'm going to show you this. And if somebody asks me about how I did this, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to go ahead and show this real quick. I'm going to go in and I'm going to follow the lines. And this is just how I do it. You can come up with your own little way. But I had a lot of people ask me about how I even do the shading in the hair. Because the hair is actually darker at the root, or new growth, and I say that because I'm a cosmetologist. And we weren't allowed to say root because it's not the root. Now I go in and I pull down because it's actually going to be darker at the top. And this is if you guys don't have, and just around the edge here. And it's going to be darker on here. It's kind of like highlighting it a little bit. Now, I know it looks a little weird, but watch what I do. And I'm going to pull out from the headband. I'm not going to do all of it. I'm going to pull out here a little bit, and I'm going to pull up. Now keep that hair tone or skin tone marker closed. Again, I'm not worrying about being so perfect along the lines here. But you're going to see that I pull this through and make this work. I'm going to pull this down a little bit through here. Maybe even totally cover that one a little bit more. And pull this down a little bit more here. Now, I'm going to go back in with the hair, the color that I did, and it looks like we're going to go into video 3 to finish her off. So this is a 3-part tutorial, and you're going to see me go in, and I'm just going to keep going until it darkens up a little bit more. And what it does is it makes it work right into it. It melts right into it. So as we get into video 3, we're going to finish off detailing her. And go in and do a little bit more. You can take in a 3rd marker, or you can go back in and color it more, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do that off camera so that we can move on. And just know that I'm going to go in and darken the lines that I did. And you guys will see that. Like I said, keep going darkening. Use a little bit darker shade if you want. But it works that way. So we're going to go on to video 3. Okay.